Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, and we got news. Last night we got a data download and I was out like a light. Well, depends on which light you're talking about, but I was out and we have news that dropped. It doesn't appear to be very big, but it's mostly because it just brought us back the Supreme Magnificent Battle Generation Saiyans edition and the new stages, which a little difficult, and as well as the heart pounding heroin additional stages, as well as info on the upcoming banner, which we'll get to shortly. So let's get that started. Also, we have this here in the news. We have the EZA summon for Gohan, which also has Mighty Mask on it. The Extreme Z battle for the Gohan, the Tech LR Bojack Gohan. The Tech LR Gohan from the Bojack movie. I'm sorry. Then we getting more missions for Extreme Z Awakenings. Basically, they're giving us Zenny for doing EZAs. Then we have another login bonus starting Friday. Yeah, and going until the end of the month, which is then estimated to be when we're going into the download celebration. Then we have this already. We had this already. This is all older stuff. On to the data download. So we have Tech Ranfan and an AGL Videl. Apparently, Videl has a revival skill. I saw that. I don't know if it's true. I haven't gone through any of these details yet, but I do believe we'll get to there. So we have the stages 10 and 11 for heart pounding heroine battles. Stages 4 and 5 for Supreme Magnificent Battle Next Generation Saiyans Edition. We got the Extreme Z battle for Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. And a Extreme Z battle for Heroines Edition 5. That's right. Chilai and Basha are getting EZAs. Yep, that's right. Then there's some tickets, a wallpaper, and some unique titles as well. So we can go into the details here. As you can see, we have a Ranfan. We have the probably an active skill. We have Videl. This is going to be SSR art. This is the SSR art, I believe. This is the TUR art. And some of these stages. And we have this. Yep. Chilai and Fasha are getting EZAs. Yep. Then we have this Dokkan Festival ticket. I don't know what this is for. I suspect, I can't say for sure, that this is going to be where the exchange for the summon points. This is the tickets that we got from doing the Inevitable Showdown extra missions. A new wallpaper. And the 2 titles. Then we have newly scripted assets for Kiawe, so she's probably going to be one of the bosses in Heart Pounding Heroine battles. So we have that. Yep. That seems to be it for that part. Okay, then we also got a gift straight up from the developers. 30 Dragon Stones, large Link Skill Orbs, which are the ones that you need for the Link level 10s. And 3 of each Grand Kai, 10 Platinum Turtle Shells, 10 Diamond Hercule statues, which more as any, if anyone is needing. Global Coin 2025 times 100. I have to see here, 1 second, in-game, when it says that, what that means. Just give me a moment. Okay, so the Global Dokkan 2025 coins is the random shop where you could get diamond statues, sport items, hourglasses, hidden potentials, the system orbs, awakening medals. So we're getting another 100 of those. 50 growth keys, which are great if any of you guys are trying to grind the link level stages that are in the growth section. That's great. 20 story keys, 20 awakening keys, and 20 Z battle keys. So that is just a straight up bonus that they're giving us. Then, no, that seems to be it for the data download. Now we're going to get into the part where we have the details for the EZA of Chilai and Fasha. We have, and as well the information for Ranfan and Videl, apparently. We reached the goal of 30,000 reposts and likes. And so we're getting an additional 7 Dragon Stones. Okay. By the way, in case you don't know, Dokkan Special Day missions are on still for the next 7.5 hours. So make sure to get onto that, because when this video is already uploaded, it's going to be even less. Oh, 1 second. I gotta make this smaller. I'm sorry, folks. Okay, let's get into Fasha's details. Right? Fasha's going to be going to 150% for low-class warrior and Peppy gals, 200% attack and defense, 50% damage reduction, and a 70% chance of an additional super attack. Whereas previously, the Fasha had only 150% attack and defense, and that's it. Previously was for 4 turns. From the character's entry turn has guard. Now it's guard for 5 turns. Then it had, starting from the 5th turn, launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super. Now it's from the 6th turn, launches a guaranteed additional super attack and a 70% chance of performing a crit, starting from the 6th turn. Then used to be, for every attack received, 30% attack and defense up to 150. Now it's 40% up to 40% attack and defense up to 200%. When there are another 2 or more low-class warrior category allies on the team, or when there are 2 or more Peppy Gale category allies on the team, a permanent 40% attack and defense whenever guard is activated up to 200%. This used to be 3 of the specified categories and up to 150%. Insane. Absolutely insane. Okay. Now for the super attack, goes from raising attack for 1 turn to greatly raising attack and defense for 1 turn. And the stunning chance remains the same of 50%. And that's going to be it for Fasha. Next, we have the Chilai. I do think that these EZAs are already live in game. So we'll go check that in just a moment. Chilai. There we go. So Chilai's leader skill used to be Bond of Friendship, 130% attack and defense. and key 3 now it's 150% attack and defense. Key 3 remains the same. 139% defense becomes 339% defense. That stays the same of the foreseeing enemy super attack. The randomly changing key spheres of a certain type to rainbow key spheres is the same. 70% chance of evading enemy's attack is the same. And all allies key +3 and attack and defense of 39%. Self-excluded now has an additional 20% crit added to that. For every attack evaded, defense 139% within the turn, up from 39% within the turn. So the more she dodges, the more defense she's going to have. And that's a very big jump, actually. You can give her max dodge in the potential system as well. So that's going to be a lot. Then every time the character evades three attacks in battle, recover 39% HP at the end of turn up to 3 times is now the same. Okay, that is the same. Never mind. Then this is all new. After evading 6 or more attacks in battle, all allies attack a defense of 39% for 3 turns, and this is for once only, and that's self-excluded. When receiving a normal attack, another 139% defense temporarily, and when receiving a super attack, it gets another 10% chance to evade the super attack. Yeah. That's quite insane, actually. And decently high stats as well. Okay, the super attack goes from greatly raising defense for 1 turn to massively raising defense for 1 turn. And the rest of it stays the same, with a guaranteed seal and a high chance of stunning. Wow, super solid EZAs all around. Let me just see one thing. Okay, so only the Gohan EZA is live now. The Heroines Edition 5 EZA goes live on the 18th. If I understand the information correctly. I apologize for that. That was my mistake. Okay, now we have details for Videl, apparently. Right? No, this is Ranfan. Tech Ranfan. Peppy Gals or Super Tech type, 120% to stats. And key 3. 200% attack and defense, 40% chance to evade. All allies key +1 and 40% defense, and an additional key +1 and 30% defense for characters that also belong to the Peppy Gals category. Now that's a huge boost for the Peppy Gals category. And yes, this does mean we're getting a Peppy Gals banner. This does mean we are getting a Peppy Gals banner. Okay. When attacking, 200% attack and defense, and then 50% attack and defense up to 200%, a chance of evading enemies' attack and damage reduction rate of 10% up to 40% per Peppy Gals category ally on the team, which you're going to have 4, you're going to be fully built up. So, wow. Then again, this is only when attacking, so this terrifically mitigates for slot 1 potential. Then after receiving or evading an attack, 20% attack to all allies. Peppy Gals category allies excluded. Instead, they get 20% attack for 2 turns. So a 2-turn support buff. Okay. When facing only one enemy, lowers the attacked enemy, so you have to have attacked, but lowers the attack and defense by 30% for 2 turns. And a 70% chance of stunning the attacked enemy for 2 turns, and a 70% chance of sealing the attacked enemy. Super attack for 2 turns. Okay, when the target enemy is in any of these 4 statuses, which is attack or defense, or stun or seal, has a guaranteed additional super attack. And the super attack raises attack and defense for 1 turn and raises allies' attack and defense by 30% for 2 turns. Interesting. Another World Tournament, another Peppy Gals, another Dragon Ball Saga, another Earthling, another Earthbird Fighters, and another tournament participants. Okay. A very, very interesting unit. I don't know how this will translate. It's a lot of attack and defense. Of course, she has to have attacked first, but then she has this part where she has to, when she receives an attack. Yeah. I'm on the fence about this one. Then again, this is a banner unit. This is not a Dokkan Fest exclusive, so for a banner unit, this is very good. Okay. Then we have Videl, which is a Peppy Gals or Super AGL type of Key 3, 120% to stats, 200% attack and defense, and Key +2, 30% damage reduction. Randomly changes key spheres of a certain type, AGL excluded to rainbow key spheres. Okay. Key +3 in attack and defense of 70% for allies whose names include Gohan Teen, Ultimate Gohan, Majin Buu excluded, or Great Saiyaman. Great Saiyaman other than Gohan excluded. So not the heroes, Great Saiyaman, and possibly the teen that Goten and Trunks that Great Saiyamans that we might get. Although they might be called garbage cleaners, who knows? Okay, another when attacking, 200% attack and defense. Oh wow. When there is another Peppy Gals category ally attacking in the same turn, or when there is an ally whose name includes Gohan Teen, Ultimate Gohan, Majin Buu excluded, or Great Saiyaman, it's attacking in the same turn, 50% damage reduction before attacking, and 300% attack when attacking. Okay, they are intending this to be a slot 1 unit. For sure. 80% damage reduction before attacking. Oh, never mind. Then this is not going to be viable. Okay, for every turn passed, 10% damage reduction rate gets lowered by 10% up to minus 30%. And then for 3 turns from the character's entry turn, 200% defense, 50% chance of performing a crit, and has a additional attack that has a 50% chance of becoming a super attack. And she has a revival. When the character is KO'd starting from the 4th turn from the character's entry turn, revives with full HP recovered. Interesting. Very, very interesting. She has very low defense. You can see that right here. She has very low defense. I mean, it's going to go up to like 9,000, but still. Oh, there's more to the passive. Never mind, there's more to the passive. After the character's revival skill is activated, 200% attack and defense permanently, 30% damage reduction permanently, and has a guaranteed crit and a guaranteed additional super attack. So this will be activating after this at the top of the... Where is it? The 3 turns from the character's entry turn, that's going to be replaced by the bottom. Literally. I mean, yeah. It goes from 80% to 50% before, and then gets it back. But the revival will only activate starting from the 4th turn. from the character's entry turn. Interesting. So if you want that right away, you're going to throw her off rotation the very first time she comes out. And if you're worried about her taking an AoE, she'll be fine because she has a 50% damage reduction before attacking. If there, again, if you have another Peppy Gale's category ally in the same turn, or an ally Gohan, aside from Majin Buu excluded, or a different one. It's only Super Saiyan Gohans. Super Saiyaman Gohans, I mean. Super Saiyaman? Great Saiyaman Gohans instead. Interesting. Very interesting. And the super attack massively raises defense for 3 turns and causes supreme damage to the enemy. I am getting sent from one extreme to the other extreme to figure out what in the world is going on here with this unit, what they want, what the best utility for this Videl would be. And they're making it so that she will be defensive after she supers. She's got the 200% attack and defense after when attacking. 300% attack when attacking. I'm wondering what they're doing here, if it's more offensive based or defensive based, because she's going to have that 80% damage reduction before supering. Before attacking, and then she's going to get 100% stack of defense on top of all this. I'm wondering. I mean, sure, it is a banner unit. It is a banner unit. I do believe that this one will be the Videl would be more tanky than the Ranfan, but if you think about it, Ranfan has 80% attack. 80% damage reduction that she can have on turn 1 and for the rest of the battle without any exclusivities. So I don't know. Well, please let me know down below in the comment section what your thoughts are about these units, about the upcoming EZAs for Chilai and Fasha. These are the banner units. They seem to be very solid, and look to be very good. Then, I hope you all have good luck. Where is it? Right here. I hope you all have good luck against this Gohan. Just saying. Good luck. Thank you all so much for coming to watch the video. I really, really appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like if you did. And hopefully I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.